G'day and welcome to the Origin 2 preview. We'll also throw in the international test matches as well because it's rep round, no NRL this week. I personally would prefer to see a international window of a month and have 3 State of Origins and run at the same time some test matches with New Zealand and the Pacific Islands, Papua New Guinea, get England over, and at the end of Origin have a Australian team picked on merit out of the Origin take on the winner of whatever series you can manufacture between those other sides. It'd be an absolute ripper. Anyway, that's one of my dreams for International Rugby League. But anyway, let's get cracking. Let's get to Origin 2. We're over at Optus Stadium in Perth in WA. It'll be a full house, 60,000. I can guarantee probably 50,000 of those will be going for Queensland. Everyone hates New South Wales, except for me. I'm totally unbiased opinion here, though. I did tip Queensland in Game 1, so look out. Queensland take a 1-0 lead, courtesy of their 18-14 victory. And you'd think the way Freddie Fittler's hit the panic button, we got beat by 40 points. New South Wales have made 7 changes. Yeah, I'll repeat it, 7. Loyalty has gone out the window. We had David Clemmer injured, Nick Chotrich, as we have to call Nick Cottridge now, injured, and Payne Haas did his hamstring on the weekend. But dumped out of the side. Latrell Mitchell, he had one off game for the Blues. Yeah, he wasn't at his best. Give him a chance for redemption, Freddie, for God's sake. You knew he was going to rebound with an absolute big game, but no. Something's going on. Freddie's hooked him. Josh Morris was one of our best players. He's gone. Cody Walker. Well, we all knew Cody was going to go. I personally would have kept the faith with Cody. He wasn't that bad. Defensively, he missed Munster once, and the way Latrell Mitchell was defending, I wouldn't have wanted to be beside him. It's not Cody's fault. Cody got hooked. He came back on and set up a try and nearly another one. He was New South Wales' best player in the last 10 minutes when we nearly pulled the game out of the fire. But he's been absolutely put a red line put through his name, and I think he's been poorly treated by Freddie Fittler and the selectors. But look, Freddie's the coach. He makes the big decisions. That's what he gets paid for. And the players coming in. Well, Angus Crichton's also gone, and I didn't expect Crichton to play because I didn't think he should have played in Game 1. Now, in have come Blake Ferguson. We've got a new centres pairing of Jack Whiten and Tommy Turbo. Well, I would have thought Tommy Turbo would have gone onto the wing. He's come into the centres. We have 2 centres for New South Wales who don't play centre for their club teams. So that's interesting. We turn over the page to the rest of the team. We got James Maloney's come back. Only 2 weeks ago he was told ta-da by Fittler and the boys, but guess what? Jimmy Mitchell-Pearce got injured. He picked up the phone and went, yeah, all right, yeah, okay, yeah, go the Blues. Jimmy's back. Jimmy brings a lot into camp. The one thing he does bring is competitiveness, and he's a winner. Okay, Daniel Saifidi is on debut, replacing Clemmer, but we're a bit weak up front. We've got Saifidi and Vaughan, but on the bench, Dale Finucane, back rower. Tariq Sims, back rower. Cameron Murray, back rower. Wade Graham, a back rower. There's no other props in that New South Wales side, so who's going to move up front? I don't know. I'm assuming Jake Trbojevic is going to play 80 minutes, which he should have in Game 1. Nathan Cleary. Well, we've got the Penrith halves, but Penrith aren't exactly been shooting the lights out. Yeah, they've won 4 in a row, but that's been against some Origin-ravaged teams. So, look, it's going to be a massive opportunity for Nathan Cleary to step up. He's only been solid at best in a Blues jumper. This is a massive chance for him because he's up against Queensland's gems, DCE and Cameron Munster. The spine with Ben Hunt and Kalen Ponga, they're going to be so hard to beat. They were a bit off the first 40 minutes at Suncorp, but gee, the second 40, they ripped New South Wales apart. New South Wales again will be looking to Damien Cook and James Tedesco to rip up through the middle of the ruck, and hopefully James Maloney is the best backer-upperer in the business. Is that a word? I don't know. It is now. So look for New South Wales to go through the middle, and that's where Queensland have to be solid. They've got a very mobile pack. Jai Arrow's out, Joe Afahengawi's out. So unfortunately for them, they've got a bit of mobility, and Arrow was one of their best players. Josh Papali has been in fantastic form. He's joined by Dylan Nupper. He's like Dane Gagai. Put on that maroon jumper, and they grow about 10 foot. Josh Maguire's another one. They've got to block up that middle, and if Queensland can block up that middle, they've got the spine and the pace out wide to trouble New South Wales. Michael Morgan, that's where there's a weakness for the Maroons, and I think you'd be looking for Trbojevic's speed to do some damage there. Now on the bench, they've brought in Jared Wallace and Tim Glasby. Not exactly Origin legends. Solid players. Glasby will do a job, as he always does, like he did for Melbourne, like he does for Newcastle. He'll give you everything he's got. So I'm expecting a fast start from New South Wales again, but without no Latrell Mitchell, who I really think there's a lot of pressure on Maloney, Tedesco and Cook, and they'll be looking for massive games from Jake Trbojevic. But with Tommy Turbo there, with his Turbo brother, it's probably New South Wales to do it. I think they can. I know this might be a bit of a shock to people, but I think New South Wales have got speed to burn. They've got big Blake Ferguson back to get them out of trouble, which is where they were getting hemmed in. And with Josh Adokar, they've got to find out a way of getting outside the Queensland umbrella defence, who are smothering them. The umbrella defence is also known as playing offside. Not that they did. I'm not accusing them of that. They wouldn't do that. So anyway, look, Ponga, Munster and DCE are the three gems, but I think New South Wales, I like the look of their bench, even though they are a bit light on. I think it means New South Wales are going to play a faster game, and I think New South Wales are going to get this. They're going to take it to ANZ, New South Wales by 2 points. You heard it here first. Right, let's quickly rip through the other rep games. And we start on Friday night with the women's Origin game, and this should be an absolute cracker. The Blues won last year 16-10, and I think they can do it again. Queensland have got a couple of stars, Chelsea Baker, Ali Brigginshaw and Brittany Brayley. Watch her go out of dummy half. But you've got Keezy Apps and my favourite lady, Kylie Hilda, 43 years old at hooker. You're never too old. Watch her go. But the star of the show, Isabel Kelly, she's an out-and-out champion. New South Wales to get the job done by 4 points. If they don't shut down Kelly, New South Wales will win. Now let's go back to the men. And Saturday, Mount Smart Stadium, this will be an absolute blockbuster. Tonga versus New Zealand. The Kiwis and the Tongans, Mate Ma'a. This should be an absolute bell ringer. Tonga have the best forward pack in International Rugby League. Check this out. Siasiwa Taukeiaho, Saliva Havili, Andrew Fafita, Satili Tupanua, Manu Ma'u, Jason Taumalolo. Now off the bench you've got Adam Whanua-Blake, Fainu, Tavita Pangai Jr., Totola. You've still got Penny Terapo. And they've got speed to burn out wide. You've got Daniel Tupu, Solomoni Kata, Katoni Staggs, David Fusatua, Will Hopewadi. There's so many good players there. Now the Kiwis have picked a really good side. Benji Marshall's back. Kieran Foran's back. Magic Johnson, Sean Johnson's back. Which two of those three they're going to pick, I don't know. I think Benji will maybe on the bench or may miss out. But I'd have Foran and Johnson as my halves. You've got RTS, SN Masters and Joey Manu in the centres, and it's a strong forward pack. Waria Hargraves, Jesse Bromwich, Brandon Smith. Imagine Brandon Smith and James Fisher-Harris coming up against the Tongans. Nelson Asafa Solomona coming off the bench. This is going to be huge in front of a packed house. There'll be a sea of red of Tongans. This will be an absolute... This is probably... I know Origin's good. This will be just as good. I actually think Tonga are going to get the job done, and I'm picking Tonga by 6. It'll be a fast start. They'll be smashing into each other like nothing else, and it'll just keep going for 80 minutes. Mate, if you're in Auckland, get to that game if there's tickets available. Now, following that, we've got Fiji versus Lebanon. I'll just quickly rip through it. Fiji have got a few, and a smattering of NRL stars on both sides. Vernavalu, Mako Sivo, Kamamitha, Viliami Kikau, Jason Bakuya, Corbin Sims. That's a quality players. Lebanon, they've got a lot of part-timers, so they're going to struggle a bit, but they've got Robbie Farah, Michael Leisha, Tim Manor, and the twins, Josh Mansour and his doppelganger, Abbas Miski. You could put them on opposite wings and then swap them, you'd never know the difference. They are absolute dead ringers, but I think Fiji, they're not World Cup semi-finalists in the last 2 World Cups for no reason. Fiji by 20. And we finish off Saturday night, another bell ringer. It's a doubleheader, Pacific doubleheader, at Leichhardt Oval, Samoa versus Papua New Guinea. And again, the Samoan side is an absolute corker. Not as strong as the Tongans, mind you, but they've got Anthony Milford leading the way. Really strong forward pack led by Martin Tapau, Junior Paulo, Raymond Fatala Mariner. But they've got a great bunch of halves. Milford, Mason Leno, Jerome Luai. And then you're looking at players like Jermaine Osako, David Norfoluma, George Tafua. Fantastic. PNG, they've got 5 PNG hunters from the Queensland Intrust Super Cup. And you've also got players like Seki Yaro, Justin Olam, Kurt Baptiste, Lockie Lamb, the young rooster. Watch him go. And Reece Martin. Reece, can't miss Martin. But I think Samoa have got too much power, too much speed, and too much skill. Samoa by 10 points in that one. So there's your rep round, Origin, New South Wales to get it done. It's a bit of an upset. Anyway, I think Freddie's pushed the panic button a bit much, but I still think the Blues can get the job done.